Actor, comedian, and radio host Steve Harvey became a best-selling author, too, when he advised women to act like a lady but think like a man.
And now that book has inspired a new movie, which is called Think Like a Man.
Steve, I keep hooking up with guys who don't want a relationship.
Why don't you stop hooking up?
Did you hear that?
Listen, men respect women who have standards. Just get some.
Oh.
Exactly. Steve, I'm a partner in my law firm. I own my own home, but I've been single for 3 years. Why can't I seem to find a man to live up to my standards?
You make 6 figures. Does he have to?
Yes.
You own your own home. Does he have to?
Yes and yes.
Steve Harvey, good morning. I remember when the book came out, a lot of us were carrying it around with little dog ears on it saying, see this part, see this part, see this part. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank
because
you.
You said that you know many things, but you're an expert in being a man.
That's really it.
What does that mean, Mr. Harvey?
I mean, look, people got to put labels on everything, so they've come up with this. He's a relationship expert.
Yeah.
No guy is a relationship expert. I'm an expert at one thing, and that's being a man. Now, if you want to know how to be a man, me and Jeff can help you out. If you want to know how to be in a relationship, we're not very smart at that.
This is a twist, though, on the book. In what way?
Well, I think that it captured it really, really smartly, except they took about 5 different They took 4 different couples out of the book that were premises in the book, like the 90-day rule, the strong, independent, lonely woman.
What is the 90-day rule, by the way? Tell us
Well, it's very simple. I worked for a motor company, and it was very simple. I worked for a company where you had to be there 90 days to partake of benefits. If you work for the government and the post office, it's the same thing. If you work for FedEx, it's the same thing. You get benefits after you've proven yourself for 90 days. A woman who has the greatest benefit package of them all should wait 90 days before they start passing out benefits.
I actually think that that's a really good rule, but I was having a conversation with some of the younger women in the office, and they said to me that they think the 90-day rule is antiquated, that maybe 3 dates is good. And I said, well,
3?
Yeah, actually, Jeff, 20-something women said to me,
wow,
3 dates, and I said, well, shouldn't it be at least 10? And somebody said to me, Steve, I could be dead in 10. I could be dead in 10.
Wow.
Do you think maybe you're out of touch with the times of today? About the 90-day rule.
No,
I do too.
I mean, look, 90 days is nothing when you're talking about a relationship.
I totally agree.
You're trying to get into a relationship with a guy for an extended period of time. Now, if you want to have some hit it and quit it relationships, then knock it down to 9 days, and you can be as successful as you've already been.
Knock it down to 1.
But you can do one-night stands, and those relationships don't hardly ever last. So I mean, what's wrong? It's only 3 months. We're talking 90 days.
Listen,
you can still date the guy.
Choir. I believe you.
You just don't pass yourself. I wrote this book for my daughters. Look, I got 4 daughters, and I'm a dad, and I've done everything in this book. And buddy, it really does work,
You said that men like confident women, independent women, but they don't like needy women. But you also say men like to be protective. So isn't there a part of a man that likes a woman who's a little bit needy?
Yeah. Needy, but not needy as in you're pulling my coat sleeve off all day. I want you to need me. Honey, can you do this? You're so big and strong. A guy who likes a woman to make him feel like he's needed. But we don't want you to be needy. Make me happy, make me smile, weigh me. How do I... Am I too fat? You can't ask a guy that,
I got it.
It takes a while to learn the answers to all of that.
Now, sir, you have been married 3 times.
Yes, I was just going to say, and you're qualified because...
Yeah, Jeff, and your point is?
He's raising... take a sip
I'm
of
on
water.
one. Very
Take a
happily
sip of water.
on one.
He's raising a good point, Steve Harvey.
Well, that's good. But, see, failure is a wonderful teacher.
Okay.
I mean, I failed enough times to know how to get it right. I know all the mistakes I made. I know all the mistakes women allowed me to make. And I put them in a book for you. So, I mean, look.
I like that part. Women allowed you to make the mistake?
Yeah, women allowed me to make a lot of these mistakes.
Because you say, women, we teach people how to treat us.
If you don't have your standards intact and you allow me to come in and exact mine, and then you come up on the short end, that's really my fault now?
Or maybe
so it's their fault?
Or maybe you just shouldn't be a jerk, Steve Harvey. Maybe men, I'm not talking about you specifically, but maybe men just shouldn't be jerk and do
and they
jerk-like behavior.
But men can be taught proper behavior. Men can be required to have proper behavior. And that falls the responsibility on a woman. If you don't want to be treated like a jerk, then don't allow a guy to treat you like a jerk. And that's what the book talks about. But that's what the movie really goes into, is really empowering women to say this. You know, a lot of people take you know, a lot of fault with some of the things I say, but if you look at it and you talk to real men, it proves out to be true.
No, and real men, regardless of your ethnicity. This is what I thought was so great. You said it's for, you know, black, white. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. This book is really relatable for everybody, I thought.
And you know, and that's the success of the movie, too. Even though the predominant members of the cast are African American, this movie is not written culturally.
It's true.
This movie is written for relationships, for men and for women. All guys are the same. We are the exact same. It don't matter what color. Look, we're not very tender. We're not great communicators. I don't care who you are.
We're not very tender.
You're not.
That's true.
And if you are,
Jeff.
It is true.
Do you think
he's
so?
not tender. Jeff
Look at my
isn't.
wife.
Look
He's
at him.
celebrating his 9th anniversary. I think he's got something.
We are going to dinner.
Yeah.
A nice dinner.
Well,
Tender.
I had 9 of them too one time.
Steve Harvey.
I love the pocket square.
You love that?
I do.
Continued
A woman
success
did
to you,
that.
Mr. Harvey.
I love you, Gail. You're doing great on this show,
Thanks,
too. You
thanks.
look
I'm having a
wonderful.
good time.